All right, so today I'm in for a special treat because my special guests are my two kids, Ella, my 2-year-old, and London, my 5-year-old, who's kind of sneaking under the table. Today, I wanted to introduce them to the entertainment world of radio. Thought I would invite them on my radio show and have them be my guest to talk about whatever they want to talk about. So we're going to talk about our why, building a roadmap to achieve our goals, and whatever they come up with. So, stay tuned. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to K-Talk Radio, 1640 AM. This is the show, Utah Home Sweet Home. I'm your host, Yoshi Shiraki. And today, my very special guests are London and Ella Shiraki, my 5-year-old and my 2-year-old. They are joining me today on the show. What was that, buddy? So they are joining me on the show today because it's the new year. It's January 2nd. I hope everybody had a spectacular new year. I hope everyone had a safe and fun new year. 2020 is now a thing of the past, and 2021 is a bright future ahead of us. So, London, talk to me. What would you like to talk about today?
Say something.
He was all talk before we went live, and now that we're live, he's thinking about different things. Okay, Ella, what would you like to talk about?
Just silence.
All right, so my wife is also here with us in studio, and today's a very special day because today is actually my very last show, because as of next week, I am going to be on Good Things Utah doing a real estate segment. So we're transitioning from radio to television. And so...
Nobody's talking.
Oh, you're talking. Go ahead.
I'm thinking of something.
You're thinking of something. Okay. So we're making the transition from radio to television. So I thought with the new year, with it being my last show, I'd have my kids on here to share the experience. You know, a lot of dads grow up teaching their kids football, basketball, baseball in hopes that their kids one day become a professional athlete. You know, this dad, his passion's entertainment. So I thought I'd introduce my 2-year-old and 5-year-old to the world of radio and television so that they too could choose, if they wanted, to pursue entertainment like Dad does. So we all have our things that we want. Yeah, buddy. Airplanes? You want to talk about airplanes? Okay. What airplane do you want to talk about today, my love? All right. So what I thought we would talk about is our why. Now, here's the thing.
Airplanes.
Airplanes. Okay. So we're going to talk about our why and airplanes. So airplanes are really cool. They fly up in the sky, and they are... Oh, what was that, Ella?
You gotta say it louder so they can hear you.
Yeah, go ahead, Ella.
Say it out. Oh, you know who's probably listening?
Grandma's listening. That's
Say
right.
You want to say something to Grandma?
Say hi, Grandma.
Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandma.
I'm sure that made Grandma very, very happy. Very happy. Okay, so do you want to say hi to Aunt Jackie as well?
Hi, Aunt Jackie.
And Delaney and Kelsey and Blake?
Hi, Blakers and Uncle Brad. Hi, Elena and Kelsey.
Yeah, and Uncle Brad.
Tia Gretel.
And Tia Gretel?
Hi, Gretel.
Oh, and Cooper?
Hi, Cooper.
All right. You guys are a natural. You guys should take over my show when I leave. What do you think? Yeah, okay. So as I was mentioning earlier, there are a lot of dads out there or parents that, you know, want the kids to pursue a certain thing. Maybe it's follow in your footsteps. Maybe it's to go on and be bigger and greater than, you know, what you accomplished. Maybe it's to play professionally as an athlete in the NBA or NFL. And it's very fitting because we're going to talk about my why. And my why, my two whys are sitting right in front of me. And my third, my wife's my why too. My why.
I do not have one.
You don't have a why? You're only 5. So You probably don't have a why just yet. But you guys, you and Ella are my why. You two are what I do, the reason why I do what I do.
I have a Y in my name.
You actually...
A Y in your middle name, you do.
Yeah, you have a Y in your middle name. What's your middle name?
Nana.
Yes, you do. London...
J.
Not doing it.
London
No.
J.
Not doing it.
All right, so your middle name is J, and we named you J after J. Cameron Court. Someone you never got a chance to meet because unfortunately, J. Cameron Court was one of my best friends who passed away about 16 years ago, and so we took his middle name, or we took his name and made it London's middle name. So London J. Shiraki. Now, for those of you who are wondering what's your why is your purpose on why you do what it is that you do, right? So for some people out there, and we actually talked about our why last week, but we had such a good response, we thought we'd touch on it again because it is the new year. We thought we'd talk about it last week because it was the end of the year.
There was fireworks.
And there were fireworks last night, actually the night before.
We saw fireworks that night.
And you did see fireworks that night, but since it's the new year...
I do not remember.
You don't remember the fireworks?
All I remember is the tiny ones.
The tiny fireworks that we did for New Year's, right? What time did you go to bed? Do you remember?
Past New Year.
Yeah, it was like 1 something in the morning. Yeah, we partied, huh? Just the four of us.
We have a party at our house.
Yeah.
Really?
We had to stay there good.
Yes. Yes. So last week we talked about our why and got such great feedback from it because people are setting New Year's resolutions. Now it's New Year's. And so people are wondering what should they create as their why, right? And some people's why is they want to pay off their parents' house, right? I'm going to go out there and work really hard so I can buy my parents a new home or pay my parents' house off.
The big exploding fireworks.
Or to watch the big exploding fireworks. That's a good why when you're 5, right? And so everybody has a purpose out there on...
Why do you call us wise?
Oh, it's your why. W-H-Y. Like, why are you hungry? Because you haven't eaten breakfast, maybe. Actually, you did eat breakfast. I made you breakfast, right?
Don't listen to him.
So, you might have a dream career that you want to pursue. That could be your why. Maybe your why is traveling the world, right? Or maybe, we had a guest in here a few weeks ago whose why they started investing in real estate was they wanted freedom and flexibility as fast as possible. So this individual, I think maybe is in his late 30s, maybe early 40s, but I think it's late 30s. This individual basically does what he wants, whenever he wants, with who he wants, every single day now, because he hustled and he grinded and he sacrificed for his 20s and early 30s and created a real estate empire. And now, you know, his why was to be free and have flexibility to spend with his family. So he put in the extra work, right? A lot of people have let's quote unquote call it a 9 to 5. And they go to work every day to make their employer wealthier and wealthier, right? Yet, a lot of people have a dream to be their own boss, right? To pursue entrepreneurship. And the problem is they already have a 9 to 5, so they don't necessarily put in the extra work. And that's what a lot of entrepreneurs need to do. That's what a lot of entrepreneurs actually do, right? Is we go and work a 9 to 5, and then after our 9 to 5, we start our new business, and we pursue this new business. And you know, when my wife and I first started entrepreneurship, we worked 12, 16, 18-hour days. Now, I usually did the 18-hour days. My wife went to bed.
Okay, will you stop?
Oh, okay, will I stop?
Please.
So, after putting in that extra time,
I said, would you stop?
The sacrifice of stopping. Holy cow. Okay, I've got a bossy producer in the studio. The sacrifice of working 14, 16, 18 hours regularly makes life a lot easier today, right? Now, wouldn't you say so, London? Remember when you used to work 18 hours?
Yes.
No, you don't. You never worked 18 hours. You've never even worked. You're only 5.
Yes, I have.
Oh, what did you do?
Yes, I have. Did homework.
You did homework, okay. That's work, homework. You're right. Yeah, you've worked on homework.
Would you stop?
Stop?
Nothing.
Nothing. Ella, what? Now, have you ever worked, Ella?
Do you know lions can eat you up?
Lions can eat me up? Well, I hope they don't. But
They will if they smell your skin.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. So is that what they do? Is they first will sniff your skin and
They
then
will follow your pins.
your pinch?
You what?
Like they'll bite you?
Oh, footprints.
Oh, my footprints.
They will follow you.
They will follow my footprints. They can smell me, track me like a predator, smell my skin,
The lion will eat you up.
and eat me up. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I'm never walking around where lions are. Maybe like at the zoo or something, but that's,
They will jump out
they'll jump out. Okay.
if they follow your footprints.
Ah, yeah, they'll follow my footprints. I will make sure they don't follow my footprints.
Raccoons are dangerous too.
Raccoons can be dangerous, yes.
They are stinky. Never get around them.
Oh, yeah? They're smelly.
Too stinky.
Raccoons are too stinky.
They eat garbage.
Oh, that's true. How do you know that?
I played a game called Feed the Animals on my game app.
Oh,
And
really?
there's a raccoon eating garbage.
Oh, okay. So you've played the game, and on that game, raccoons eat garbage.
Yep.
Interesting.
No.
For reals. Oh, Ella, do you have anything to say about raccoons?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you want to say about raccoons?
Get up!
Come here.
No? I think Ella's more fascinated with the view out the window of the radio station. What do you see, hon? Yep, okay.
Another radio set.
Another radio. Another radio.
You have
Okay.
too many.
Yes, we have a lot of radio. So, London, what inspires you? Let's talk about inspiration for a minute.
Cougars.
Cougars inspire you. BYU Cougars or just Cougars in general?
Cougars that are alive that eat real life animals.
Okay, okay. So I wanted to touch on inspiration versus motivation. Do you know the difference?
Cougars eat too much stuff.
Too much stuff. There you go. So it's very important that we find our why to keep us motivated. See, inspiration is something that comes in and flows right out. Whether you're watching a YouTube video that inspires you.
Yetis do not exist, but they do here.
Okay, so Yetis don't exist, but they do here.
They do not. They exist everywhere.
They exist everywhere. Yetis exist everywhere.
Yetis are dangerous and powerful. They have weapons, and we can beat them up with one hit.
Wow. That is awesome. Now, inspiration will flow in and out as you watch a video or a movie. But here's what's crazy
Yetis
about...
are stronger. Yetis
Yeah?
have strong weapons.
Yetis do have strong weapons. And you know what's great
We
about...
have lonely weapons.
Yes, yes.
I can punch you in the face.
Oh, yeah? Wow.
I can pop up their eyeballs.
Oh, really? The Yeti? Interesting.
And I will shove it into his heart.
Oh, wow. What movie was this? Abdominal? Were you watching Abdominal? Is that what it's called?
Abominable.
Abominable?
dangerous
Yeah,
movie.
not abdominal. Abominable.
That's for one kid. That's
That's
only
right.
allowed to watch it's only for one kid.
Yeah, that's a cute movie, huh?
No,
Abominable.
it's a scary movie. There's a scary movie.
Abominable. It's a
You do
cute
not
movie.
know it.
It's about family.
But you do not know the scary movie I watched when you were still.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I cannot tell you. Then you'll be afraid.
Okay. We don't want to be afraid.
No.
We don't want to be afraid. So motivation though sticks around, right? You watch a movie, Rocky, for example. Next thing you know, you're
What the hell
inspired.
is Rocky?
Rocky's a really cool boxing movie, and when you
No,
watch
it's
it,
not.
you've never seen it.
I have, and it's boo.
No, you've never seen Rocky.
You've never seen Rocky before.
Boo.
We're having a debate on this radio show right now. It's getting very intense.
Rocky's boo.
Did you see Rocky 2 or Rocky 3 or Rocky 4 or Rocky 5?
All of them, and they want like boo.
You've never even seen Rocky. We'll have to watch Rocky. So,
Boo.
if my son was to become a professional athlete,
Yeah.
Dad's favorite sport was boxing. So I used to box as an amateur in Brooklyn, New York. And so
Boo.
my son has been doing MMA since he was 2 years old. And we're boxing. Hey, what's going to happen in 2032, buddy?
Boo.
What are you gonna do in 2030?
What are we going to do in 2032?
Nothing. Nothing.
Well, what Lennon doesn't know is in 2032 he's going to represent the United States of America in the sport of boxing. I've already got this planned
Yeah,
out. He's been doing MMA
really?
since he was 2. He's been boxing. So he's going to do entertainment in boxing.
Boo.
Now, assuming he hates both of those, then he doesn't have to pursue them. But we're going to at least participate in them for the time being. So motivation is what's going to keep you driven to keep moving forward when things get rough, right? As an entrepreneur, there's always going to be things that are rough. There's always going to be times that are rough. And when times get rough, inspiration's going to leave you. And that's when you're going to feel like you want to quit. Motivation's what's going to keep you pressing forward, get up off the ground, and continue to move forward. And that's what's so important about finding your why, because your why is what drives you and keeps you motivated. So, you have to figure out what it is in life that you're going to be willing to do anything for so that you can stay motivated when the tough gets going. With the new year, and I think I read an article or I watched a video. I can't remember where I saw this information, but there's more startups, just kind of in-home startups happening over the last year just due to the pandemic, right? A lot of people lost their job, and so a lot of people started turning to Etsy and eBay and all of these kind of home-based businesses that you could potentially pursue. So a lot of entrepreneurs are being...
is the best.
The skinny dressing is the best. That's right. My wife launched a salad dressing in 2020.
She did.
And how do you like it? Yummy, right?
Bad.
Bad? You just said it was the best.
And it is boo.
And it is boo. So, skinny dressing is a dressing that you should definitely check out on Etsy. My wife just launched this delicious skinny dressing, and it's been doing really well. We launched it actually just a month ago, in the month of December last
And
year.
the skinny dressing is still
Yummy.
boo.
It's still yummy.
It's delicious.
You love it.
I'm gonna break your skinny dressing. I do not love skinny dressings. They're the gross.
Oh, that's not nice.
That's not nice.
It's
Yeah,
delicious.
especially when you love it, you like putting it on your food.
I do not like skinny dressing.
So a lot of entrepreneurs have been, kind of hitting the scene as of 2020 so we're going to talk about how it's absolutely critical to have an exact goal, not just a basic goal. I had a guest on the show who played professional football, and he talks about how people ask him, how do you stay...
LeBron James is the best.
Well, LeBron was not my guest.
I love LeBron James.
Okay. And
He's cool.
yes. So this friend of mine by the name of John Manson actually used to personally train me. And he shared with me a lot of people talk to him, they basically don't want to be overweight. He'll ask them, so what's your goal? And they'll say, well, I don't know. I just don't want to be overweight. And he says, that can't be your goal. You have to know exactly what you want. You have to know exactly to the T of what you want, because the roadmap to get to whatever it is that you exactly want could be different. For example, do you want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was at his prime winning Mr. Olympia? Or do you want to look like Sylvester Stallone and Rambo? Or do you want to look like Hugh Jackman and Wolverine? All three of those guys are not overweight. However, they all have a different body and a different roadmap to get to that. So we're going to talk about the importance of a roadmap when we come back. We're going to take a quick commercial break. So tell me about LeBron.
Oh, tell him about LeBron James.
He's cool and the best.
Yes.
He can fight one human and make the score in the hoop.
That's right. Okay. Well, do you want to take us to commercial break, buddy? Say we're going to a commercial.
We're going to commercial break.
Wonderful. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Radio 1640 AM. This is the show Utah Home Sweet Home. I'm your host, Yoshi Shiraki. My very special guests are my two kids today. With the new year here, London is 5 and Ella's 2. And I thought with the new year and this being my last show, I wanted to have my kids join me today. A very special opportunity for me because we're moving on to television as of next week. Yep. I was going to say next month, but we're in January. So as of next week, I'm going to be on Good Things Utah.
Yep.
So my son agrees with me with everything, right? When it's time to do homework.
Yep.
Okay, wait, let Ella.
What do you want to say, Ella?
Go ahead, Ella. Ella was just about to talk into the mic. Okay, she changed her mind, I think. All right, so.
Lions can be delicious. Lions can be hungry.
Lions can be hungry. That's right. This is a very proud moment for Daddy because Daddy, his dream is entertainment, right? Pursuing the entertainment. I was an aspiring actor in New York City for almost 20 years. Learned a lot about the industry. And Daddy wants to get his kids involved, which is...
I want a butterfly.
You want a butterfly?
Yeah.
Oh! Let's get you a butterfly. I don't think there's any butterflies right now. It's really cold outside, though.
Really? I have good eyes. Butterflies can come out in the winter too. I want
They can.
butterflies. They live in the trees.
Yeah, what else do you want, Ella?
I want a candy.
You want a candy.
How
A
do you
butterfly
get
and a
eyes?
candy.
I want a butterfly and a candy.
What kind of candy?
Chocolate.
A chocolate candy. After the show, we'll go get some chocolate candy. What do you think? Yeah? Okay. So, next week...
My turn.
Oh, go ahead.
Hey.
How about we put it in the middle?
Yeah, let's put it in the middle.
Right here.
I
Perfect.
want lion. I want a lion too.
You want
a
a
lion toy and a lollipop.
Yes.
I want to eat.
Oh!
I want a lollipop to eat.
You want a lollipop to eat, and you want a lion toy. That's a good thing to want.
I want a lollipop, a lion.
Oh,
I want a lion. And then I want a squirty gun. I want a squirty gun.
Nice.
With water in it, so I can get flames, so I can squirt. Can I squirt?
Yes.
So we go like, I want a squirt.
Yeah?
I will surprise him.
You'll surprise him?
I will surprise him.
You do?
Yeah, I want to.
So Cooper's their cousin, and they had a water fight when Cooper was in town from New York City last summer. Or this, summer.
Yeah,
In the
this summer.
Yep, this last summer. So,
And Cooper's the best.
yes,
Aw.
he's a good cousin. He's what, 3 months older than you, huh? You guys are really close in age.
I'm really almost close to his age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Actually, Cooper's the same age as me.
He is.
Yep, you guys are the same
Hey,
age.
Tommy isn't, and Cooper isn't me.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Funny.
That's right. So,
Jacob.
I'm very happy. It looks
Jacob
like
is
my
a girl.
kids are going to enjoy doing radio one day.
And Cooper.
Shout out to Cooper.
Yeah.
Cooper.
Assuming radio will still be around when they're older, hopefully they will have a nice introduction to radio.
I'm going to the sofa.
Oh, okay. So now they're going to go sit on the sofa in the lobby. And thank you guys for helping me today.
Oh, say thank you, Daddy.
Thank you. Wait.
No, Ella, come here. Come
Yeah.
say thank you to Daddy.
Thank you, Daddy.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you.
Say it was fun being on the radio.
It was fun being on the radio.
Ah,
Wait, is
yes.
somebody supposed to be on that chair talking to you?
Yeah, you. Are you done?
Yep,
You're done?
you can talk.
I
Okay.
can talk.
Okay. So they're going to go sit out on the sofa now
Okay.
and
Give me
enjoy
some
the rest of the
snacks
show
right
just
now,
relaxing. So we're going to talk more about knowing exactly what it is that you want so that you can create a roadmap to get to where you want. See, if you think that you just don't want to be overweight, that's not enough to know where to go, right? So,
I was gonna trick my mom.
oh, you were going to trick mom? And do what?
Yep. And come back on the chair.
Are you having fun, buddy? Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna have to have you on the show. So starting next week, I do a monthly segment on Good Things Utah called $1 Million Home Sweet Home. We're actually filming the first segment this week, and then it's gonna air next week. And what we're doing is we're touring $1 million houses in the state of Utah.
I'm very good at whistling.
You are very good at whistling. Yeah. And all the cool features that these homes have,
I
right?
can see your shoes.
You can see my shoes.
I can see your good hair.
Oh, well, thank you. My good hair. Thank you for my
I
good
can
hair.
see your eyeball.
You can see my eyeballs. Thank you.
Your mouth.
My mouth.
That's it.
That's it. Okay. That's good.
I have a rotation that I can see your being leg.
Yeah.
Right here I cannot.
Ah, gotcha. So this first house that we're filming is actually up in Huntsville, Utah. It has a helicopter pad. It's got a lake house.
And a helicopter pad is itchy.
Don't think a helicopter pad is itchy, buddy.
No,
And it's got-
I have had one and the baby ones are itchy.
Really? Really? Well, it also...
I have jumped off a cliff.
You did? And at the lake house, there's access to a hot air balloon as well. This home also has...
Air balloons are the best thing.
I know, huh? It's going to be so cool. And this home also has an elevator. So it's going to be a real fun experience to tour this home, to see all the gadgets that these houses have. Because, you know, these gadgets aren't just for $1 million homes. Anybody can get these gadgets. It's just usually we find these gadgets in these types of houses, which is why it's fun to tour. So, $1 Million Home Sweet Home. Look for that segment. Not this week, but next week. It should air next week. And should be a fun house to tour and very exciting opportunity. So, let's talk about roadmap here, because we talked about how if your goal is to simply just get in shape, right? A guest who was on our show that basically shared with us that a lot of people come to him and say, hey, listen, can you help me get into shape? And he'll say, what's your goal? And they'll say, I don't know, I just don't want to be overweight. And he
I'll
says,
be
well,
very good at football.
you're going to be very good at football. I think you're going to be very good at baseball,
One
too.
day.
Yes, that's true. That is true.
I'm good at squirty guns.
And good at squirting guns?
Squirty guns can get your water.
That's right. That's
I
right.
will hate squirty guns if somebody shoots me with water.
Yes. And you're left-handed.
Yep, I'll shoot them back.
Yep. But you throw really good. That's why I think you'll be really good at baseball.
Yep.
So far.
I'll throw the baseball
Yep.
fast.
That's true.
But I will be a hitter. I'll hit the ball so fast.
You will hit the ball so fast.
And then the hitters will be winning.
That's right. That's right. What's your favorite sport?
Football.
Football. Okay. And what's your second favorite sport?
Basketball.
And your third?
Football.
Football? Football is your third and first, huh? I'm waiting for you to say boxing, MMA.
Boxing.
Okay.
MMA.
Okay.
And lion attacking me.
A lion's attacking you. Okay. So your favorite sport is football, then basketball. You said.
Yep.
And then what? Boxing or MMA?
MMA.
MMA. Okay. And then
Boxing.
what about baseball?
Baseball. And use your other hand.
Okay.
Because he said
Ah,
a lion eating, a lion attacking me,
that's right. What about soccer?
and soccer.
Soccer. Okay. Yep. So what do you want to do when you grow up, buddy?
Having war.
What? We just watched Endgame last night with the Avengers, and the good
Yep.
guys beat the bad guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh yeah? You're gonna be a good guy?
Yes. However.
Forever? So, who's your teacher in MMA?
James.
James Russell Francis. We'll give a shout out to James Russell Francis. He,
James on the Avengers.
that's right. So if you guys are looking for a MMA instructor, MMA coach, then James Russell Francis is a good coach. He's been helping.
Grandma.
Oh, you just said hi to Grandma again? I'm sure you made Grandma smile.
Hi, Grandma.
Okay.
Hi,
So
Grandma.
I think my son's really liking radio. I'm very excited about this.
Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandma. Hi,
Say
Grandma.
Happy New Year's, Grandma.
Happy New Year, Grandma.
Okay.
I can say something so good.
What is that? What was all that? You were so shy right before we started. I don't think you're shy right now, huh? You're feeling very comfortable in the studio? That's good. That's good. Do you want to tell everybody about your field trip Fridays?
No.
Why not?
I can't want to.
So what we do is we go on a field trip every Friday.
What time we went to the hotel?
And
I was racing on the ball.
we went to Capitol Reef National Park, stayed at a hotel, swam in the pool,
I had the good feeling about the hot tub.
and then you enjoyed the hot tub
Not the cold river.
and not the cold river. I don't think we went in a river.
No. There was a pool called the Cold River. I was like stirring up.
Really? I don't remember that part.
I had to climb on the walls to the hot tub.
Oh,
But it's too late. There's
that's right. That's right. Yes.
And I wanted to go on the hot tub so bad without anybody else.
That's right. We were lucky because we went to the pool and no one was at the pool, which is great because we were social distancing. So
Yep.
we got to relax in the pool and in the hot tub,
What?
right? And then we went around and saw the national park.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
And then
Fun.
what did we? Yeah, it was fun. So we do what we call Field Trip Friday, where we take a field trip every Friday with the family, and we go do something. We go on an adventure, and it might be something like going to Park City just to walk around.
Yep.
We don't really hike
And
just yet,
super-
right? Ella's still
Oh,
too
why
small.
surprise me?
That's right. Or we go to, what else did we do? What else have we done? We've done a lot of different things. We'll go to just even sometimes like, skiing.
One
Yep,
fast game, I was scared.
that's right. Ella was, how old was Ella?
Oh gosh, like 19 months. if
19 months. So she was, Ella's first time skiing. She was 2, just barely. She's still 2.
that.
And London took some lessons, and it was a good time. So we'll do these field trip Fridays every single Friday, and try and see what's there to do in Utah with the family, right? And so, going back to London left the studio. I'm a very proud dad right now because I could see that my son was comfortable in the radio studio. I wasn't sure how he would be, and as a father who wants his kid to pursue entertainment, that was rewarding to see. So, first time ever, it's my last opportunity to give him this experience, and I thought I would, which is leading to the next thing that I wanted to talk about. Georgetown did a study on adults. Now check this out. Who were wealthy related to academics. The title of this article was on like CNBC or one of those websites. The title of the article was, "To Succeed in America, It is Better to Be Born Rich Than to Be Born Smart." They did a study, and if you were born rich and struggled in school, you still had, you were still more likely to become wealthy yourself. And if you were born in maybe, let's say, a more challenged area, and you were super smart, the study showed that you still didn't tend to thrive. And so much of that is because of who you know, right? It's because of who you know, what you're exposed
Yep,
to.
I already know my name. My name is London, London.
That's right. London, London. That's
How
right.
do you spell Ella's name? It's so hard.
ELLA.
Yep.
Yep. So it was an interesting article because it went on to share that if you were born to a wealthy family, even though you struggled in school, when you left school,
I had
it's
a
who
birthday,
you knew.
and now I'm this big.
That's right. You had a birthday,
I'm
now
gonna
you're
be
5.
bigger than Ella.
You are bigger than Ella. Yes, you're her big brother. How much older are you? Do you know?
5.
You're 5 and she's 2, so how much older are you? Do you know?
My birthday's taking forever, then I'm gonna be 6.
That's right. Your birthday is taking forever to get here.
Then my birthday is gonna take forever, then 7.
That's right.
Then it's gonna take forever again, and 8,
And then it'll be 8,
and then ever 9,
9,
ever 10.
10.
I don't know. So, bye.
Okay. Are you leaving for the studios again? You gonna go rest? Okay, I'll see you shortly. Okay. So, it goes on to explain, the article goes on to explain how, it's primarily the opportunities that you're going to have being born wealthy versus being born smart, right? It's the connections you have. It goes all back to the saying, it's who you know, not what you know. Now, in the perfect world, it's both. It's who you know and what you know, right? But what's interesting is if you can produce an opportunity for your children to socialize, and you'll hear this a lot, you'll hear the saying, show me who your 5 closest friends are and I'll show you who you are. And there's a knockoff to the saying that says, show me your 5 closest friends' bank account and I'll tell you what your bank account is, right? The saying isn't saying abandon your current friends. The saying goes to explain that you need to maybe find 5 new friends, right? And let me reiterate, I'm not saying abandon your friends. You're going to keep your friends, but you're going to find 5 new friends who you want to emulate, who you want to model, who you want to copy. Tony Robbins calls it modeling, right? Go out and find someone who's doing what you want to do, what your dream and passion is to do, and model that, right? And so for me, when I wanted to get started as an entrepreneur in the field of real estate investing and flipping houses, I started surrounding myself with new friends who were fixing and flipping houses. Because prior to this, my old career was I was a hairstylist to the rich and famous in New York City. Anderson Cooper, Matthew Broderick were a couple of my clients. I didn't know how to flip houses, but man, I could make somebody look really, really sharp. And so I started surrounding myself with a new group of friends who were fixing and flipping houses, and I modeled what I started to learn from my peers, from my mentors, which is what created the opportunity for me to be able to be an entrepreneur in the real estate industry, right? And now, 20-something years later, it's what's creating the freedom and the ability to pursue, my why. We talked about my why being my dream career, right? My dream career is entertainment. I have this thing, I'm a national public speaker on this topic of real estate. I travel the country speaking to audiences on the topic of real estate. And I share that there are a lot of people that do what they do for a living and they hate it, right? Then there's a lot of people that do what they do for a living and they like it. And then there's a lot of people out there that do what they do for a living and they love it. And then there's another group out there that do what they do for a living and they're passionate about it. I mean, they just absolutely are passionate about it. And for me, I could say that I really liked cutting hair. Right? As a high-end hairstylist to the world's wealthiest individuals on Fifth Avenue, and I specialized, in high-end customer service. That was a fun industry. I got to meet a lot of great people. Like I said, I was Anderson Cooper's personal hairstylist for over 6 years. I'd go to the CNN office there in, Lincoln Center? No, Columbus Circle. Gosh, the CNN studios in Columbus Circle. And I met a lot of great people in that industry, and I really liked it. However, I found real estate, and fixing and flipping houses became a love, right? And entertainment, as an aspiring actor for 20 years in New York City, entertainment has always been my passion, right? And so what's great for me is entertainment doesn't necessarily make me the living that real estate does. And so thank goodness I love real estate, because real estate gives me an opportunity to live a comfortable lifestyle and be able to do many different things with my family, but it also gives me the opportunity to pursue my dream career, right? And so my dream career happens to be the entertainment industry, because I need a lot of flexibility to be able to pursue the entertainment industry, right? Meaning I can't be committed to a 9-to-5, because I have to be able to go out there and audition, for example, or film, or shoot a commercial, or whatever it is that we're working on, whatever project that we're working on. So real estate's been a great vehicle to give me the opportunity to be able to pursue my dream career. Now, I have to have a roadmap, and we're going to start talking about roadmap here, because here's what's interesting. If you were in Toronto, Canada, and I told you I wanted you to drive to a specific house, 1234 House Street in Panama City, Panama, and you could not use a map, do you think you'd get there? I Google mapped it, and it's 84 hours. Okay, it's an 84-hour nonstop drive, right? So if you did a 40-hour work week from 9 to 5, it would take you just over 2 weeks to do this drive if you didn't stop outside of 9 to 5, right? And that's if you drove directly there on the perfect path. Could you eventually get there? Yes, you could eventually get there without a map. Probably not in 84 hours though, right? That's the thing with entrepreneurship. If you were to go out there and say, hey, I want to be a fix and flipper, and go out there and try and figure it out, you will eventually fix and flip houses, but you're going to take a lot of wrong turns probably. You're going to make a lot of bad choices. And that's kind of what happens in entrepreneurship. I see a lot of young entrepreneurs want to pursue a certain industry, and they go and they try and figure it out. And they will go ask a friend or family, what their advice is. Yet the friend or family's never done it either, right? And now they're getting maybe some good advice, but maybe some bad advice all at the same time, because the friends or family has no idea how to do it either. You want to find someone who's actually driven from Toronto, Canada to Panama City in the most direct line in the 84 hours that it takes. You want to ask them for help so that you can achieve your goals sooner than later. So let me give you a quick example. Again, if I was to put you in a car that did not have GPS, take your phone away, make sure that you couldn't use any type of map tool, could you drive from Toronto, Canada to Panama City? I think you could, but it's going to take you probably a lot of wasted time, a lot of wrong turns. You're probably going to ask a lot of fast food attendees or gas station attendees along the way for directions, who may not know the path themselves and send you on a wrong direction. But check this out. From Toronto, does anybody know the very first state that you would enter in America? Think about that for a second. Okay, I'm going to give you one more second, and there you go. The very first state is Michigan, okay? So if you're going to head south from Toronto to Panama City, the very first state you're going to drive into is Michigan. Does anyone know the next state from Michigan, which way you would be headed? Okay? Indiana. Probably a lot of you didn't know this. I didn't know this. I only know it because I have it in front of me. Honduras,
And
Nicaragua, Costa Rica, then Panama, before you ever hit Panama City. I mean, you've got to drive through so many different countries before you even get to Panama, the country, then to get to Panama City to find the house. So could you do it? Yeah, you probably could, but can you imagine how much wasted time you'd take? The direct road takes 84 hours as it is. So like I said, if you drove 9 to 5 and you did a 40-hour work week as far as your drive, at 84 hours, that's over 2 weeks of driving. But if you didn't use a map, you're probably looking at 4 weeks of driving. And that's why it's so critical to have a roadmap to get to where you want. 5-year-old London Shiraki and my 2-year-old Ella Shiraki, they are running back and forth from the lobby into the studios, munching on goldfish?
Yeah.
Goldfish. So, as a father who has always had a passion to pursue entertainment, it's fun to see my kids enjoying their time in the studio.
My turn.
Okay, my turn, go ahead.
You're gonna read them out to get to Asian, Africa, the rainforest, sea, and
And see what, I'm sorry?
the sea and the polar bears. What is it? Polar bears, Arctic, and
Should we say thank you to Daddy?
thank you.
Oh,
Thank you very much for always
Thank you very
inspiring us.
much for always inspiring
my pleasure, buddy.
To do better
to do better.
and
You.
always pursue our dreams.
And always pursue our dreams. You talk. You never get to talk. You talk.
All right. Well, that has been super fun to hear my son in the studios. We, as I mentioned, do what we call a field trip Friday. Every Friday we take a field trip. We actually film it and do a review on whatever it is that we do in case people want to check it out. You can go to our website at www.utahhomesweethome.com. Okay, and then if you scroll down and click on the YouTube link, we have, oh man, maybe 700-800 videos on there of the radio show in case you've missed any of the shows. We've had Richard Paul Evans, we've had Olympic athletes, we've had NHL professional hockey players, NFL professional football players. We've had all sorts of different guests that have come in here and shared their experience on success, how they did it, how they got their break, how they are continuing progressing, how they're growing, and lots and lots of valuable information on our YouTube channel. Honestly, you could probably learn how to fix and flip houses if you just watched every single episode of our radio show based off of all our guests that we've had in. We've had so many real estate professionals come in and share their experiences and their stories on how they have built their business, what they do. We've had hard money lenders come in to explain how that works, from real estate agents to title companies to home inspectors to meth decontaminators. I mean, the list goes on and on as far as the different people we've had in. And it's been an absolute blast doing this show, interviewing all of these people of success, and documenting restaurant reviews. Bailey and I go and do restaurant reviews, and we will review restaurants. And so if you're looking for places to eat, you can go check out our playlist on restaurant reviews. My wife's done restaurant reviews with me and the kids. And like I said, Field Trip Fridays on things to do with your kids and family. So definitely go to utahhomesweethome.com. Check out our YouTube channel at the YouTube link at the bottom. And then next week, be on the lookout for $1 Million Home Sweet Home on Good Things Utah. Babe, do you want to say anything?
Just thank you again for sharing all these amazing stories and with different speakers that have come here. And it's always good to have someone that's always inspiring others to do better.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And definitely check out Skinny Dressing on Etsy. Go do a search on Etsy. My wife just launched a new salad dressing called Skinny Dressing. So that is a fun new project that we are working on as a family. So I hope all of you had a spectacular holiday season. I hope all of you had a spectacular New Year's. And I want to wish everybody a wonderful rest of the weekend.
Robert Half, the expert.
All right.
Woohoo.
Yeah, buddy. So we just finished our radio show. How'd you guys like it?
Facilities by Monday morning. Remember,
Thumbs up. That's success. Ella, how did you like it?
for this vaccine.
2 fingers up. That's success. Well, I'm super excited because as of this week, I am filming my very first segment called $1 Million Home Sweet Home that's going to air next week on Good Things Utah. Starting this month, January of 2021, I'm transitioning from radio to television, so there's a lot of cool things happening. Look for me on Good Things Utah doing the segment $1 Million Home Sweet Home, where we're going to tour $1 Million houses all throughout the state of Utah. It's going to be super fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, don't forget to put them down in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for a lot of great videos on how to flip houses, how to buy rental properties, how to invest in real estate, how to achieve your goals, from professional athletes, Olympians that we've had on the show, to world-renowned authors. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Literally, I think if you watched every single video based off of all of the guests we've ever had on this show, you could probably learn how to invest in real estate just from the content on this channel. All right, thanks so much.
Want to say bye?
Bye.
Okay, before we part ways, in case you have a dog or know someone else who does have a dog, I wanted to take a quick second to show you the Snap Leash. The Snap Leash can literally do so many things, and I'm going to share with you one of the many cool things that it can do. As you can see, the Snap Leash is designed with 2 swivel hooks, one on each end. This end has a cushion stitched into it to make it comfortable when walking your dog. Now, all you have to do is take this swivel hook, put it into this very first grommet, and now you've got your handle. Okay, so now let's imagine you're at the park and you want to secure your pet quickly, safely, and easily to a park bench, a tree, or a pole because you just want to sit down and relax. Well, all you need to do is take this swivel hook, remove it from the very first grommet, wrap this leash around any size tree or pole or park bench, and put it into the appropriate grommet. And now you have secured your pet quickly, safely, and easily. And when it's time to head home, another great feature about the Snap Leash is you can simply wrap it around your waist for hands-free walking. Lastly, if you ever accidentally forget your waist bags at home, these grommets make a great place to fasten the waist bags so you never leave home without them. And if you want to see all of the other cool things that the Snap Leash can do, then please just click on the link below and find out why so many others are falling in love with the Snap Leash.